Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shami Sajwani and you're watching Upskill Yourself. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 ways which you can use to break out of your comfort zone. This is the skill we all need because success lies at the end of your comfort zone. But we are just too lazy to make the first move and start. My example, I never thought I'll start a YouTube channel of my own, make videos and get 1000 people to subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all those who subscribed and is supporting the channel. And if you're one of those who haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that too. My point is, if I wouldn't have taken that first step, I wouldn't have been in this situation today. Now, it is not compulsory for you to do all these 5 steps. Pick 1 or 2, do it for a week or 2 and see the results, and if you find value in it, try doing the others as well. So, without further ado, let's quickly dive into the video.
So back to what I was saying.
Alright, so rule number 1 is the 3-second rule. So what is this 3-second rule? It is the first 3 seconds at which you decide to do something and you take action to do that thing immediately. It is those first 3 seconds that you are going to feel the fear and do it anyway. So you have just 3 seconds, think what you want to do and start doing it. Because what happens is that we tend to find ways to excuse ourselves out of the situation. Our brain is so perfectly programmed in that way that we are easily able to find excuses to just avoid doing some task. That's why we use this 3-second rule. It is this 3 seconds that you have to do it. You have no choice to think, you have no choice to find an excuse, you just have to do it. For example, you want to exercise? Great, start doing it. Put your shoes on and start doing it. You want to record a video? Great. Open your camera and start recording it. In this rule, you have to be impulsive and start taking decisions immediately. And you'll be out of your comfort zone before you even know it. Rule number 2 is the dynamic tension. What does that mean? So this revolves around the theory that if a rubber band, let's say this rubber band, is placed between your finger and your thumb, and if you are not pulling it, it is loose. If you try to stretch it a bit, it comes to a point where it is tight and perfectly fitted to your fingers. Now, if you try to stretch it too hard, there will be a point where the rubber band breaks. That is the dynamic tension. And this rule revolves around this theory. So imagine you want to lose weight. That's your ultimate goal. For that, you do intermittent fasting, you do 5x5, you do cardio, you do supplements, you try all sort of things all together. This is where you are increasing the tension of the rubber band. And you cannot just start and do all of this at once all together. You're going to break that tension, you're going to break that rubber band, and at the end, you're going to feel demotivated with no results, and you're going to feel lazy not to do it ever again. That is why this rule suggests that pick 1 or 2 tasks. For example, losing weight, you can try to go to the gym 3 times a week. That's a start. You can progress from there. Don't try to put so much on your plate that you're not even able to accomplish any of them. The same goes if you are writing a to-do list for a day. Don't note down so many tasks that at the end of the day, you see your list and you're like, I'm done with only 3, because it's not practically possible to you do so much of task in one day. So you have to be realistic in these things and you have to select tasks specifically so that you're not overloading yourself, you're not demotivating yourself. Third rule is to try something. I know this sounds very simple, but this is very difficult to do. Try something which you haven't but been wanting to do. So if you try different things at a time, let's say you try to write a paragraph. You haven't done writing before. You try writing, creative writing. Let's say just out of the blue, you try it. You try to record a video. You haven't done that. You try editing a video. You haven't done that. You try things that you haven't. This is how you will find your passion. Many people who are doing their job and are happy with their job are those people who tried, loved it, and kept doing it because they found their passion through it. You have to try something, and instead of looking at other people doing what you want to do, being successful, being happy, and you're just trying to compare themselves with you. But you're like, they have this amazing facilities with them, that's why they're able to do it. You have to try as well and see if you can fall into that criteria, and if you might be able to do it better than them. This is how I started YouTube, because I haven't done this before. This is how I started my own SEO service agency as well. And then once you find your passion, you will like what you're doing and you will do it every day repeatedly, and that's how you will stick to it. Tip number 4, which is to be active and not passive. Imagine in life, you want to be the one watching or you want to be the one in the game. This is something to think about. We watch people doing things and then we try to compare, and that is how we lose. We have to be active and not passive. You have to take the decision, you have to take the command in your hand. Now, the 5th point, this is a very important point to understand and implement. So this is to project outwards. What does that mean? Is ask yourself, how would your life look like 5 to 10 years from now if you don't do the task you've been wanting to do, right? If you don't take the step, how would your life look like 5 to 10 years from now? Are you happy with that life? Do you want to live in that life? I'm sure most of you might think no, because that is not where you're passionate about. That is not where you want to be. Now, projecting outwards is going to help you use that results to your advantage. So let's take an example of finances. If you don't invest today, if you don't save money today, 5 to 10 years from now, your financial status, your financial situation would be completely different from what it could have been if you would have started saving today or if you would have started investing today. So doing a certain task today can potentially lead you to results faster, and it can have you a better future. Just ask yourself this question, you will have the answer, and it will start to make sense to you, and you will be able to take action because you will be so motivated on how and why you have to do certain things. I hope you like the video. I hope you find value in this video, and I hope you're going to try 1 or 2 of these steps. I know these steps sound very easy, but the results are magnificent. So if you can try 1 or 2 and see how it works for you, it's going to be a plus for yourself and myself that I was able to motivate you in this direction. Thank you for watching. Drop a like to the video, share it with your friends, help each other out, and subscribe channel if you haven't already. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.